Hi guys, welcome back to Maxie's Kitchen. So we're making roasted peppers and garlic in white wine sauce spaghetti today. So we're making pasta. So I've deseeded my peppers and I'm just drizzling some olive oil on the peppers. And I'm going to add some salt and black pepper. Then we're going to put it in the oven to roast for about 30 minutes. Yes. So we're going to work on our garlic now. So we're going to roast the garlic as well. But we're going to do it, we're not going to take it in single cloves. We're doing the whole bulb. So you can see that I'm cutting about a quarter of the head off. Just to make sure this I can see the spaces in between the cloves. And then we're going to take it from there. So I'm going to pour some olive oil into the bulb and I'm going to make sure that every space in the garlic bulb is full or is filled with oil. So I don't want to leave any gaps at all. So you want to make sure you're being generous with the oil. Use olive oil only. And then after that, we're going to season the garlic with some salt, pepper, and mixed herbs. Okay, so now the peppers are done roasting and they look very beautiful. Um, it is possible for you to get like very charred marks on your peppers sometimes, but mine turned out to be perfect. So I didn't have a lot of black or burnt skin on my peppers. If you do have that, this is what you should do. If you get like very burnt skin, this is what you should do. You should just pack your peppers in a paper bag, and then as soon as you take it out, then make sure you close the paper bag so the heat allows the peppers to steam, and that will make it very easy for you to just peel the skin off the peppers. So I didn't have to do this, but I just did this to show you guys, so that if so that just in case your peppers get really charred, you can just do that. So I left the garlic in the oven for about 45 to 50 minutes and it's done now. It is really hot now, so I'm just being a bit careful with it. I left it to cool down for about 5 to 10 minutes before I continued. But this is what it looks like. It looks really beautiful. So what we're going to do is that we're going to squeeze the garlic bulb and we're going to get all the roasted garlic from the bulb. But for now, I'm going to take my peppers out of the bag and I'm putting them in the blender cup. So if you had to do this part, this is where you have to take the skin off and then put the peppers in the blender cup. So yeah, after that we're going to work on the garlic. So at this point the garlic had cooled down a bit, but it was still hot. You guys can see the steam. So I'm just squeezing the bulb to get all of that roasted garlic from the bulb. And it had so much flavor. So I'm just going to add it to the peppers in the blender cup. And just be careful you don't add like the skin of the garlic to the peppers. Just be careful, and then yeah, we'll be fine. So we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and then some salt and pepper to taste, and then we're going to blend this. Now I could have added more oil, but I didn't want my sauce to be too runny. I wanted it to be thick, so that's why I used just a tablespoon of olive oil. So after blending, this is what we got, and this is what we're going to use for our pasta sauce. This sauce alone tasted so amazing. So yeah, we're going to get started with the pasta. So in a pot of boiling water, I'm adding a lot of salt. Now one thing that you should know about making pasta is that you always want your pasta water to be heavily salted, because once you start like mixing everything in the pot for the pasta and it becomes like a bit thick or dry, you would want to use that water to actually loosen everything up. So always make your pasta water very salty. It should taste like the sea, like I said. So in another pan where we're actually going to mix the pasta with the sauce, I added some olive oil and then the butter. And I'm just going to let the butter melt for a bit, and then I'm going to add the onion. The only reason why I'm using only onions and no garlic is because there's already garlic, a whole bulb of garlic in the sauce, so there's no need to add chopped garlic. After a while, I'm going to add my chili flakes, and I'm going to just fry that for about a minute or so. Then we'll take it from there. Now we're going to add the wine. Now you have to use dry wine. You don't want to use any wine that's sweet. And one thing that I could have done before was to deglaze the pan with just a bit of the wine to just take up all the flavor before I actually pour everything inside, but that's fine. So you want to use like a wine that has like moderate alcohol content. Let's say about 10 to 13%. If you use anything that's way more, it would be it would take very long to actually boil off, because you have to make sure that the wine reduces by half, just so you're sure that the alcohol has boiled off. So if you use anything that is very high, that has very high alcohol content, it's going to take much longer. So anything between 10 to 13% is fine. So I seasoned my sauce with black pepper and mixed herbs, added some cream, and then I'm adding the parmesan. The cream and the parmesan for me is just to make it taste authentic. So yes, and now I'm adding my spaghetti, which is done, and I added some more pasta water that I saved, just to loosen everything up, and that's it basically. That's it. This taste is so amazing. I hope you guys try it and let me know what you think when you do.